So with Ashley Young's departure to Inter, there is a new captain at Manchester United, perhaps not the one that some might have expected. Harry Maguire has been handed the armband. What do we make of it? But perhaps thinking of one David De Gea as a potential recipient of that. He was passed over, Shaka.
Yeah, listen, for me, a captain is a person who epitomizes the club, is a leader both in the dressing room and on the field, and commands that respect. Now, my big question here, to your point, Adrian, is does Harry Maguire command a greater respect than David De Gea? Both on the pitch, from what we see, I think it's hard to tell, especially given the fact that Harry Maguire has only just arrived, and given what David De Gea has done and achieved with the club, it seems the more likely pick, in my opinion. Now, we don't know exactly what goes on in that dressing room and how people are viewed and the kind of respect that they command. But it seems an odd one. It seems an odd one for me.
Maybe there's a lack of options at Manchester United. And I think that's the case across the board for Manchester United in general. There's just lack of options in terms of what you do out on the field. And so when it comes to picking a captain and you say, okay, well, you're going to make the case for David De Gea. If I'm a player in that locker room right now, and we're pointing fingers, because this is what happens when a team is struggling. You're looking at David De Gea, and he's like, wait a minute, this is a captain? He's not even catching the ball. and I know people want to talk about the history of David De Gea and how important he has been for this club, and there's value to that, of course, but you cannot ignore that he has struggled and struggled mightily over the last couple of seasons where he's throwing the ball into his own goal. And so that plays a part as to who the captain is as well, because part of being a captain is not only being a leader in the locker room, you got to be a leader out on the field, and you have to be playing well. You have to be an important part of the team. And while De Gea is an important part of the team, he hasn't been a great part of the team lately.
At the same time, though, I think an argument can be made that maybe the added responsibility is what David De Gea needs.
Right.
That things, without question, I think for David De Gea, things started to come apart. And once there was that link with him moving to Real Madrid, and then he signed a new contract, I don't feel he ever rediscovered his previous form. And it's hard to explain. Similarly, the fix might be as simple as one where he now recognizes the importance that he has with Manchester United. And he takes that on board, and he's more focused on not just the team, but also his own job. I think there's an easy case to be made for that as well.
Just briefly, do you think in general goalkeepers make good captains?
Well, that's
make the best captains.
That's another point that you can make. There are people that think, goalkeepers, they can see the whole field, and that's great. But can they communicate throughout the field? Because, let's be honest, they're all the way back there, and the action is going on over here. And so you need people that are involved in the game, at least in my opinion, that are there, that can see the game, that can read the game, but at the very least are involved in the continuous play of the game, whereas goalkeepers are back there hanging out.
But you've got the likes of Hugo Lloris, who captained France very successfully. Iker Casillas, captain Spain, very successful.
Are you going to name every goalkeeper that has been successful as a captain?
Every single goalkeeper who's ever been captain, going back to Dinozov.
Peter Shilton, he was a good captain, wasn't he?
Buffon, you got to go with Buffon. Do your guy, Buffon.
You don't get me started.
But it is Harry Maguire who will be wearing the armband at Old Trafford.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.